legends collide. Tiny heroes standing side by side. Guardians of playtime in disguise. Action figure alliance on the rise. Join the alliance, come take a stand. With the many armies ruling the land. Hail to the heroes, loaded with might. Action figure alliance, unite tonight.
Hello and welcome. This is the Action Figure Alliance. We are an action figure based YouTube channel, and we do a live podcast every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time.
Yep.
My name is Alan, aka Tyraxis.
I'm Trey, aka Toyomic Displays, and today we're going to do a countdown of our top vehicles and rides that are in our collection. So we're going to talk about these 1/12 scale vehicles, and hope you enjoy.
Cool. Number 10.
Number 10. Number 10 is Valeverse Action Force Vanguard. Now this thing's a hefty vehicle. It looks pretty cool. It came with stickers, so you can kind of customize it to your liking. There's various different colors. There's this one. There's a tan one. There's a pink one that they've come out with. But also has a driver. Doors open really nicely. You can see there's a drink floating around there because it has cup holders, which is pretty cool. The missiles on the front come out. There's accessories to make those missiles shoot. There's a winch on the front which rolls up, and which is pretty cool. Then in the back, this pops open and slides out. You can have a person shooting from the back there,
AKA a tail gunner.
A tail gunner, yeah. And like you can put the I killed so many of the swarm, and this is made after the Resvani company. I think Bobby saw this in a movie and reached out to those folks and made a vehicle based on their in-person real life vehicle. So this is a pretty cool offering.
And there are also muddy versions that you can get as well in each of those colors, right?
Yeah, those are super cool too. I don't have one of those. I just have the desert and the gray, but yeah, the muddy versions are awesome.
Yeah, also very large and can carry quite a few vehicles or figures. Excuse me.
Yeah, there's you can put vehicles on the side, and they can hold on to the handles and the foot pegs down here where they can ride on the outside. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the inside and 4 on the outside. So pretty versatile vehicle for modern military.
Yeah, dig it. All right. Number 9.
All right, number 9, 4 Horseman Studios Mythic Legion horses, and I only have one to show off, but it's a really good one. And I don't have a 4 Horseman figure on it. I have my Mezco Conan riding this mount.
He looks perfect on there.
Yeah, it looks great. The head sculpt's really nice. The articulation's pretty good for horses that are in this scale that are out. But yeah, I think there's several other options. This is the one I have, but it's definitely makes the list. So
good stuff. Number 8. Okay, so number 8 is the Mezco 1/12 Collective Vortex Strike suit, which also comes with one of the Mezco roaches in a very kind of 50s sci-fi looking attire. This is a very cool mech. It has quality articulation. It's not perfect, but you can, as you can see, I've got him in a very dynamic stance here. The fingers have individually posable joints. There are lights and sounds on this. I will hit the button in the back for the sound. And the front light on the head-up display there, which is obviously really cool. There are nice missile pods in the shoulders. There is a little gun hidden down here. which this flap opens up and a rotating Gatling gun style thing comes out. You have a button to open the cockpit, which you
That's
see
cool.
is very detailed and has very cool controls.
Looks like he's got speakers in there, man. That's cool.
Yeah, it looks like he's jamming. He's able to jam out. On the back is also very detailed. This is the button. As you can see, these power packs or whatever light up on him.
Nice.
But it is covered in paint. There is some nice decal looking, paint jobs over here that says Void on the side. There's a little bit of some weathering. It's a gorgeous, very large, and rather expensive figure, vehicle, mech suit. But man, there aren't many to choose from it like this. And this one, I think, stands alone on its own. So that's number 8.
Nice. Looks good.
Cool. Number 7.
Hasbro G.I. Joe Classified series, Stinger and Vamp. So the Vamp came out first, and this is kind of the basic offering for the Vamp that everybody got. You got Clutch, the driver. Then I have a grunt on the machine gun in the back, and so there's various options for this figure. The cool thing is there's an axe, there's gas tank, there's a fire extinguisher, various things for the weapons here for the ammunition, lights on front. There is a winch in the front as well, shovel. So overall, it's a great figure, but if you want to get crazy with it, there are options to do. So from Pixis Designs, I purchased this set, which is going to give the Vamp this gull wing door look, and so that rotates up, and also there's
the platform that you have the figure on the back standing on. Is that?
I believe that's part of it too.
Okay.
I believe that's part of it as well. I just didn't take it off, but then there's a roof you can put on to this one, and that's cool. But if you really want to get detailed about it, you can do something like this from Gridiron Studios and go with the whole tricked out version with all these accessories. And this is a backpack that I have that clips on right here. That Clutch has the harness on, so when he gets out, you put the backpack on him. It's got the shotgun here. It has a chain inside this area. Get the chain to come out. There's not night vision stuff in there as well. That's where I store that. There's a gas tank, a small gas tank right here. There's the addition to this loadout, which is a really cool set that you can
that's awesome.
take on and off. Zap's falling off the back there. So there's handles so they can hold on
For dear life.
For dear life, yeah. Well, Clutch is driving crazily. You go around front, there's the exhaust so you can drive through the water and not choke out the engine. There's the machine gun. There's also the new light system. There's netting that you can store up front. The whole hood gets exchanged, and then you come around to the other side where I have rock and roll on the machine gun, which is just super awesome.
It's a whole different vehicle with all of those extra parts on it.
And then you have the roof up here, the like mesh roof like you would see, and the machine gun turret, which is has the shield. It's completely different. The seat on the back that plugs in here where the guy can sit down, it's not very practical, but it works as far as like I'd hate to have to get out of that situation in a hurry.
Well, you can also put a bunch of different weapons on that platform back there, right?
Yeah, it's not just for this. There's several different options, and Gridiron's done a great job of giving you those options, and you can personalize this vehicle how you want it. that Gridiron also did the gas tanks. There's one on each side and an additional platform in the back that just clips in, and everything just snaps right on. So that is an amazing upgrade set. It will run you a little bit of money, but it's definitely worth it. And with that, we come to the Stinger. And the reason we group these two together because the base vehicle for each one of these is the same. The only thing is this one's black and gray for Cobra, and there's a Stinger vehicle in the vintage line. And this comes with the going doors, and the driver's in there. He looks pretty cool. I love the coloring. The black and red and gray on that guy looks great. Now, there are Gridiron options and upgrades for this as well, but this is the basic model. I haven't added anything to one of my Stingers. I do have one that I can customize in the future, and that will likely happen. But that's the Vamp and the Stinger.
Very cool. Number 6.
Number 6 is going to be the G.I. Joe Classified Series Cobra Flight Pod with accessories. So I wanted to show off this because this is the base unit. I did make one small adjustment. I put a magnet right there. So this magnetizes to the back so that bomb can kind of hang out. Little tip and trick for you there. But Gridiron Studios has upgraded this with a set to make it a mech, which is super awesome. So
it really is.
It just attaches to the flight pod. The fire, there's a fire effect that actually goes with this as well, which is really cool. Light takes to it. It's hollow. You can kind of add some light to it, but this thing's really cool. You got the missiles. You still have the jetpack on the back from the original. So imagine this thing flying in and landing, and now you have to fight it with huge gun on one side and a flamethrower on the other, and you still have the blaster in the middle. So this would be a formidable foe on the battlefield with G.I. Joe. But wait, there's more.
There's more.
There's a third phase to this.
And here we are. So this is the final phase, if you will, currently anyway, of the Cobra Flight Pod. So it fully encloses the driver
to a snake armor, which is really cool.
It adds some extra weapons that you can store here on the back.
Mm-hmm.
And it actually has some pretty decent articulation. So this claw you can open up and close, which is cool. There is articulation at the upper portion of the legs, at like the hip. There's ankle articulation. The arms articulate. And with this one, the back opens up, and so does the front to reveal the driver who sits in there. And you can actually take this off like this, and you can have a second person sit in there, and there is a gun attachment that fits right on the top to make it even more dangerous. Yeah. So that is our number 6, heavily upgraded, Trouble Bubble, looking awesome as a mech suit. Number 5.
This thing's a beast. The G.I. Joe Classified Series Dragonfly. Let me slide back a little bit so we can get it all in frame here.
Oh, you got Glenda hanging off?
Yeah, got Glenda hanging off of the winch on the side there. So she's one of the figures that came with it. You got Wild Bill and Crazy Legs in the cockpit, which lights up. And this thing is a beast, but it's cool. And you also have Ripcord, which can peg onto the side there. He's kind of falling over. I'll take him off. But there's a large gun. There's rocket pods. There's missiles on the sides. There's this pew-pew at the bottom here. The tail fins.
You put the tooth decals on the front.
Yeah, put the tooth decals. There's zombie decals too, but I think these are the best ones.
Yeah.
It lights up. There's a stand that comes with it with really cool decals. So this thing is super amazing, and probably it's just so fun, and that everything lights up on the inside. You can see the glowing dash for each pilot, and a pilot and a gunner, and just the accessories, the extra decals you can add to it. I had some fun with mine. The chips and salsa rocket pods, you can replace those with these missile pods that are very similar to something that came on a Cobra vehicle. And yeah, super awesome.
It's big. It's beautiful. I love the lights on it and all the
Yeah.
stuff you can swap in and out.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
There's different hatches that open up to like work on the engine and some of the ammo areas. So it's so many pictures you can take with this thing.
Cool. All right. We're moving on. Number 4. Yeah, so this is an interesting one. So this is D20 Studios, who I believe have now changed their name to Fish Studios. This is the Gray Bone Wolf. It is gorgeously painted. I mean, you can see his very cool looking eyes and snout there.
Mhm.
I've got Conan writing on the back, just plain, no saddle, no nothing. However, this figure comes with a ton of cool armor pieces. So this one would go over the back of the neck. And then it has a bone skull
Nice.
helm, if you will, with a real chain as reins for it. And there are lots of little accessories that you can put on him and swap out. I mean, it can go with a lot of different fantasy
Mhm.
types of figures. You can use orcs, goblins,
Yeah.
would look great, especially with
Savage
that
Crucible,
armor.
that would be awesome. I mean,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
yep. And of course, Conan is making his second cameo appearance in our video here. He works perfect on this as well,
Yeah.
and this is absolutely one of my favorite combos in my collection. So.
I think
Number
the paint
4,
apps
D20
on
Studios, Gray Bone Wolf.
the paint apps on this one are very impressive.
Oh yeah, it's a gorgeous figure. The articulation is actually really good. Um, the jaw articulates, so you can go from kind of biting to snarling if you want.
Right.
It works really well, and it is very pretty.
Very cool.
Number 3, the Ramen toy Ramen Racer. So these last few numbers on our list were very tight.
Mhm.
This is an amazing vehicle from Ramen Toy. Ace knocked it out of the park with this one.
Yeah.
It is gorgeous. So the doors open great. The seats, they're adjustable on the back as well as being able to move forward and backwards
That's cool.
quite a bit. There's some nice detail in the vehicle.
Yeah.
There is actually the ability to light this up with sound, which is cool. We'll show that in just a second. Bring this around like this. So you obviously see you've got great looking front end with some sliding panels that close over the
Oh,
light.
that's cool.
Yep. And you can swap this out for a different grill. This lower part here, I believe, comes off. The hood opens and you have an engine block in there, which you can get this open. You can actually take off this blower here and swap the hood out for a something a bit more mundane and covered up.
Yeah.
Or there's a third one with a scoop on it. Yeah, you can then, there is an Inferno pack that you can put on it, which adds flames to the engine. It adds flames to the wheels, and they light up, which is really cool
Yeah.
too.
That's really cool.
Yep. The front wheels turn. There is a very minor but still existing
Some suspension system.
suspension on it. You have a large trunk which you can get a whole figure in. Currently, this is a little case that it comes with, which you can actually hide batteries in. You can
Nice.
plug it into this tape is securing the little wire for that. If we come around the back here, you've got this light version. You can swap this out for a whole another version, which comes with some different lights and things. Keeping the theme going, you have different options. So you can power this if you take off the gas cap. There is a USB adapter right there, which
That's
is
cool.
a really cool option.
Yeah.
I mean, who would have thought you're getting power from your USB? There is
Exhaust on the
also
bottom.
a one on the bottom if you want to hide that.
Huh.
And yeah, it is very cool. So at this point, I plugged it in to the gas cap, as you can see there. The lights are on in the cabin. The tail lights are shining.
That's cool.
The front lights and front marker lights are on. So this is mode 1. There is a switch under here, which goes into 3 different positions. So there is off. Okay, so it's currently off. And then the third version.
Nice.
Showing that the lights glow and pulse.
Yeah. The sounds are awesome. Now I regret passing on this, but I have a different version on order, and I'm excited for that to come in. Nice.
So it'll sit there and kind of lope and sound all angry.
Yeah.
So it actually sounds pretty good. There's no volume adjustment, but it is at a nice, very audible volume, and it sounds really cool. So awesome vehicle, a lot of options. Oh, you can even change out the wheels on it. It is a very cool vehicle, suitable for all of your kind of street vigilante style villains.
Right.
I don't know what to say about
Blade.
it.
I'm gonna put Blade in mine. I think that's
You could. I mean, Blade is a perfect fit for this. You could put Punisher in there. I wouldn't suggest Daredevil because the guy can't see. That might not be a good idea.
He's driving blind there.
Yeah.
Hey, he can ride in the back.
Yeah, or Ghost Rider. With the flame effects on it, Ghost Rider would actually work really well too. Obviously, so.
And there is another version of this orange with the 01 on the side of it for Dukes of Hazzard. So
yeah, and it's worth calling out that I got mine from the original shipment. However, there is another version that's available for pre-order currently. You can still get the extras as add-on packs to do the flame effects and some of the other kind of options with it.
And that's what I've ordered.
Yep. It is totally worth it. Very cool vehicle. Number 2. The Hasbro G.I. Joe Classified Series Cobra Hiss. Again, as I said with number of the previous Ramen toys, Ramen Racer, these top numbers were really difficult to decide which was going where. But I absolutely love the Hiss. It's a very iconic shape. They gave you a lot of cool accessories and different options to kind of change up your looks. You can swap out the canopy. These come off, and there is actually a little cover that goes over the port where those go. You can pull this side skirt off here and replace it out, I believe, with a more classic looking one, or just go raw. As you can see here, we've got some lights on. There's a Cobra logo that shines down on the ground facing towards your enemies so they get, intimidated with it. You've got your guns down here, which swivel and move up and down. Obviously, the cockpit opens like this on both sides, or you can lift the whole thing up. You have a turret up here at the top with some extra guns on it too.
Mhm.
These move independently up and down. These guns swivel around and move up and down. The
There is a
missiles,
more traditional canopy as well, right?
yes, yeah, you can swap the canopy out for something that has much less design on it. And then here we come around to the back. You can see that I've got a trooper there on the back hanging on for dear life.
Yeah.
If I were to take him off real quick, we can fold this up, and we're getting a little large here. So let me
Yeah.
let me try to pull that up. So this is the stand that he was on, which you can easily fold up. You also have a hitch that folds down here.
Yeah.
But if you open this up, the light comes on inside, and you actually have another trooper in there with a bunch of weapons on a weapon rack.
Yeah, that's cool.
I mean, this is a very cool vehicle. Lots of different play options. It's got that iconic shape done just perfectly. A little bit of some minor modernizing touches with these kind of chevron looking slash marks on it, or whatever you want to call it. The
Mhm.
paint is very cool. The lights, you have a number of different options. So you can see you've got the cabin light on. There's a button right under here that you can cycle through a number of different light options.
The
Currently,
ladders on each side.
yep,
Those are
these
cool.
ladders fold down. They stay in place pretty well, which is nice.
They do.
There's actually like a detent right here, which holds them in place. There is
I have
an
a couple of
engine.
troopers hanging off of those
Oh
and
yeah,
onto that handle right above where the ladder is, and so they're
yeah. There's a
kind of
little
leaning
handle
off the
right there.
side. Yeah.
So this is an actual engine cover of sorts too. So you can take this off and check that out. But yeah, so that is our number 2 from Hasbro, the GI Joe Classified series, Cobra Hiss.
Such a cool vehicle, man.
It really is. It really is. All right, moving on to number 1.
Number 1 is Skeletron Robo Skull Mark II. This thing is amazing. Uh, I can't talk enough about how cool this thing is. And there's a piece that you put the fire effect that you put in its mouth. The jaw articulates. There's guns on the bottom. There's 2 different sets of you can put the Gatling guns in the eyes, or these glowing like orb things. This thing's amazing. And I kind of set it down where you can lift up the canopy and put your driver in there. Right now I have Action Forces Elite Praetorian in there as a driver. Yeah, you can't say enough about this thing. It has something for every area. These wings articulate, and they also rotate. So you can rotate the entire thing around, and then the guns are flying off. But, and there's definitely clicks that let you know what you're doing, and you can set it on the stand. The stand is clear. It has a base. The base opens up for some storage of accessories. And I'll set this back down on the base. The back, I'll show that off as well. There's a back turret on the there. You can see the boosters. This case, you can put a figure, a 3 3/4 figure. I would assume like it hovers, or you could put the Skeletron Robo Skull spider-like creatures, assassin drones in there. This slides right here in the back and stores, which is really cool. It also comes with a stand.
Yeah, it comes with like a little hover effect, right?
A little hover effect, yeah. So you can place this little hover effect on it and make it look like it's floating through the air, which is really, really awesome. And then this one came with a 3 3/4 figure that was so clean and so nice that I decided to put it in a case, unpunched. And if you can catch the likeness, there is of Bob Brecken, the creator of the Robo Skull, which is a nice homage to him. And you can see other file card on the back, other figures that are in the line.
So it
And
came with him being a 3 3/4 inch figure because the pilot seat you can swap out
right.
for some that are more appropriate for 3 3/4 or 1/12 scale figures, which is really cool.
It's
Um,
cool that the 3 3/4 has a front gunner or a pilot and a gunner facing the other direction. I'm a 1/12 scale guy, so mine's in the box. But I can't wait for the 1/12 scale figures to come out for Skeletron Robo Skull. Those are going to be amazing. We again saw this at Joe Fest for the first time, and I came home and ordered it instantly. So really looking forward to the rest of the items coming from this line.
and you want to talk about an iconic, looking vehicle.
Yeah,
I mean,
I mean that's
Oh, yeah.
cool. That's
yeah.
so cool.
Also, there's a huge sheet of stickers that are glow in the
Mhm.
dark, which give it an entirely different look.
Yeah.
In terms of kind of the aesthetics, they go all over the wings and parts. And I haven't had the guts to put the stickers on most of
Hadn't
my
either.
stuff yet. But man,
I hadn't either. It's the cool thing is there's other versions of this. There was a yellow stripe version that you could only get with the Kickstarter, I believe. But hoping they do more of these because this is just amazing.
oh yeah, very cool.
Definitely made vehicle of. It's worthy of the number one.
Yeah, oh,
Definitely.
absolutely, absolutely. There were some arguments between the two of us, but
Between the hiss and this, and I love the hiss. It's great, but I think this one just edges it out just a little bit.
I mean, it's a huge skull.
Yeah, and we love our skulls here.
We do love our skulls. All right. Well, that was our number one. Everybody, we had a lot of fun making this list.
It was great.
We appreciate you
Fun
for
time.
coming and checking it out. This is our first non-live stream video, so we put some effort into it. It's still going to be cringy and clunky in some places, but
Probably.
we did our best. We had fun. We hope you liked it. As the banner says, if you could give us a like, share, and subscribe, we'd really appreciate it. And with that,
Come join us Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. on our YouTube channel. We're live talking about toys. Come hang out with us.
come join the Alliance.
Join the Alliance.
Later.
Peace.
Yeah, we were on a mission, got my crew at my side. Scouring the shells, we're down for the ride. Plastic warriors all lined up tight. From the comic shop counters to the late night site. It's the thrill of the hunt, gotta make it mine. I'm out here searching, yeah, taking my time. I'll flip every aisle, don't care what it takes. For that rare chase piece, I'm raising the stakes. Action figure alliance, yeah, we're bringing the noise. Rolling deep, rolling heavy with my action toys. Collectors unite, we're breaking the chains. Plastic in hand, we're playing no games. From legends to villains, yeah, I got 'em all.